Hello everyone. Can you guys see me, hear me, see my screen? Check. Yeah, so this was planned to be happening in the evening, but I then decided, okay, I still have 1.5 hours to spare, so why not? And I wanted to work on it, so just clicking the like button before I start work. We're almost there, 8K, 210 videos, nice. This is contributed by the 25 lessons that I uploaded for Framework for Beginners in Hindi. So yeah, check that out. Cool. So I'm not expecting a lot of people to join, but I'll start anyways. So the progress was this, right? We were working on the list view, which was done, and then we wanted to set up a new lead source from the UI itself. That was the next piece. Okay. Let's go to crm.localhost 8080. Might not be running. Oh, it's running. Where is it running? Anyways, code dot different screen. Let me just pull it up here. Reopen it. Container is not required. You go away. Split screen. Sam Burhan. Assalamu alaikum. Wa alaikum salam. Lead sync sources. This was the lead view. This was the dev 8080. Refresh. Hopefully my audio is better, but cool. So these are the leads that we synced. So we can see the ID. Okay, which was this Facebook lead ID, something like that. And now what I want is to be able to, hmm, I'm just thinking what was the next step because we go here, we go to settings, we go to lead syncing, and then we click on new. So this is where we come and then we select Facebook. So by default, it should be selected because there are no other sources right now. So let's start there, start small. Hi Venkatesh. Selected source type. This would be supported source types of 0 dot name. Yep. So Facebook should be selected by default. What I'm saying is if I go to settings, lead syncing, new. Oh, it's not selected by default. Okay. It's a list for sure, then dot name. Oh, it should be just the object itself. Okay. Yeah, now it works. So Facebook is selected by default. And I want to show the message for the documentation that was there in the email. Where is it? Email accounts. Add account, Gmail. Yeah, this one. This banner. So let's go to email ad, was it? Yep. And we had, yep, if there is a selected service, info and link. Yep, this one. Let's take this bill, paste it right here. One div, two div, one div, two div, three div. So I think there is one div missing. And then we can format document with view. Yep. So yeah, this circle alert, then selected service is in our case selected source type. Yep. And then info and link we can provide in the lead sync config. Info is not there, but link is there. So info. So what will we say? Setting up Gmail requires you to do this. Setting up Outlook requires you to do this. Setting up SendGrid requires you to read more here. Mm, what should we write? You will need a meta developer account and an access token to sync leads from Facebook. Let's make and capital. And then if I go to lead syncing, new, okay, something's not right. Something's broken, but let's refresh for now. Settings, lead syncing, new. Yep, you will need a meta developer account and an access token to sync leads from Facebook. Huh. So the read more is separate from uh, okay, email config. Read more. I don't personally like it, but let's follow the convention for now. And I also want the multilingual thing to keep working. I think I get it why it's not updating in real time because it's like constant, right? And might not be reloaded unless cool. So this is this, and now these are basically the docs. And here I want the form. Okay, what all do we need? We need the access token, right? Yeah, this is not the actual docs that we will end up linking here. We will create a separate documentation on CRM documentation and then link that here because that will contain the relevant links and in what order to do what, right? So that should be the ultimate thing, but for now it is fine. That dot, yep. So, okay, we want a password field. Hmm, How for fielding fields, where is that fields coming from? Fields is popular provider fields and custom provider fields. fixed fields and then a password. What is fixed fields? Fixed fields is account name, email ID. So I don't think we should optimize early on for this. We can just hard code for now and then optimize later. I'll just say form control on Frappe UI. Or I think we can also do this to start with at least. Facebook source fields. And then we can take inspiration from here on how we label name, type, and placeholder. Okay. Label name, type, and placeholder. Access token. Yes. Type is not text, actually, it would be a password field. FB access token, if I'm not wrong. We can check the backend, of course. Let's check. CRM.localhost 8000. No, it's just access token. Hmm. So currently it works because there's only Facebook. What if? So let's just leave it at access token. So I want to be sure that when a new source type comes, it's still called access token or something. So your label needs to be translated. F small into FB source fields, and then for control we if source type is Facebook, I think we should do a div here, and then this goes inside the div. This v if can we move to the div, and then v for fields in every source fields. Key is this v model. There is no state right now, so we'll get to that. Label is there, name is there, type is there. Okay, placeholder is also there. The only thing is this state thing. How is Sharik managing state here? Yeah, there is a reactive object called state. We'll create the same. And we will need, what is it called? We need the type, right? We need the access token. Yeah, this two to start with. Yeah. And how is this type being set? State dot. Yep. This part we I think commented out. Yep. So now this becomes type dot source type dot name. So on change it will change the type field in state as well as this source type. Okay, that is why there is no v model because two variables are changing when the select thing changes. Okay, so now that is there, that is there, V model is there. There has to be some grid, etc. And beside that, there is this thing. So let's add a grid. Three divs. One, two, three. For yeah, this is the form. So let's check in the UI. Hopefully things are not broken. No access token shows up. Property fields was accessed during but not defined on instance. Okay. Why is there a way for here? Huh. Huh. So the thing is, we'll have to move it here, I guess. Because this div itself is being looped upon. So move it here, then move this above this. The thing is, then the grid thing won't work as I was expecting it to. Hmm. So what I can actually do is move this V for now here. Once we have multiple sources again, we'll figure it out. It's BHI. Field in this. So this will go away. And then key won't be required here. V model and then this all stays the same. And tag. There is some issue somewhere. Either there is an extra or yeah, there was probably an extra div. Fields was accessed but is not defined on instance. Where is it? This is called FV source fields. Yep. So now they can enter the access token. So the user experience that I'm thinking is once they enter the token in the desk, we save it, right? We should probably have a title field here. So now I'm thinking because there might be multiple Facebook sources, how do we? Hmm, hmm, correct. So let's modify this doc type. Either we ask the user to name it. In that case, the naming becomes set by user. Let them set it. Okay, fine. I'll just go here and copy clipboard and then delete it. And again, paste it. Access token is gone, that is fine. Page and leader there. The name we'll have to give now. So name is not one. It will be Facebook. Whatever the campaign name is, right? Facebook campaign. BWH forms source. Whatever. Yeah. Makes sense now because now it's not a random generated thing. And now the ID can be the title field again. Hmm. Makes more sense. Yeah, but the type should be shown in the list view. So we'll go in the type and say in list view. In list view. Okay. Yep. Now we can do the thing in the UI as well. So the list here. Sources. If we can remove this JSON. Uh, so if you remember, we did a lot of things here that okay, 1 by 6, 2 by 6. We're playing around with it. Now again, we'll have to bring that back. Let's say this becomes like we will copy it and then we'll say this becomes 1 by 6 again, 1 by 6 again. Name pa, 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 1 by 6. This will copy 1 by 6. Yep. See, Facebook BWH form source. Source is Facebook and then enabled or disabled. Much better. So this is data modeling, right? You would want this to be done right as soon as possible, and then you can iterate. I'm happy how it came to be, but we can make it better, like more visual. So Facebook has a logo maybe that we can use here. But yeah, right now simple looks fine. Then when they go to the new, we can say, okay, paste in your access token and then you can proceed. So let's commit whatever we have done till now. We have refactored some stuff. So playground is minus. Refactor. So I'll just, okay, this can go away. Yep. These three files are part of that refactor. Hi, Blender Forever. Long time. Mm-hmm. to be set by user. Yep. And then depending on this, we can say we also need, actually this will be common fields. We will call it, name is name itself, then name, text, yeah, this is the power of playing with objects. I still didn't get the grid that I wanted, so probably there is some issue. Okay, grid calls one. Hmm. Is that same in email accounts? I say Gmail, yeah. There's one column and then it becomes two column for configuration. Fine. Let's follow that. Yep. Add a name for your source and then enter the access token and then you'll have to save first. And then we'll trigger the thing for now. So let's get those buttons. This back and create button. Mhm. Yep, action button. They are right below this thing. Hmm. So this selected service becomes selected source type. Yeah, this we'll have to figure out. Click we'll have to figure out because these all are like related to the email resource or the backend API call. So we'll create our own resource now. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Not here, but here. Yep. Yeah, this crm.api.settings.create email account. Huh. So why is there a custom API that I want to know? Because Frappe UI's resource has CRUD, so there might be some special reason. Uh, there's some conditional logic going on here. If credentials are correct, so it's also validating the credentials. We might not need this. We'll just inject the sources, and in the sources, we'll have our insert. Hmm. So let's say inject const sources equal to inject sources, and then here create email account will say create mm, lead string source, and then I'll create this function. Let's say here, yeah, and this will be nothing but sources dot insert dot submit. What will be the, yeah, make params. We want the state. So we'll also need the name now. Name is this. Yep. So at this point in time, you realize the power of the desk, right? You don't have to write this CRUD code. But in these new apps, this custom UI thing, right? You are writing code, but Not that much code because there is Frappe UI's resource layer, so you are not manually calling the APIs and whatnot, but you are still writing code. I think Studio is going to solve that piece. That's the missing piece of the puzzle, in my opinion. It's broken because, you know, there is no add email resource. So in this case, it will be resources dot insert dot loading, sources dot insert dot loading. This will be source list, sources list. Yep. So back button and creator here now. So we can give a name. Whatever create right now. Yeah. Something didn't work out. Yeah, it has. So I might not have access to it, slide.flutter.io. Their own is hosted here, so maybe I can. If I'm not flutter.io, probably, yeah, it not work. So what I will do is I will say Frappe slide. There is a talk as well on it. Frappe slideshow, no. Frappe slash slides. Yep. Haha. So there is a writer now, there is a slides now. The only thing remaining is an Excel package, which I'm very confident that someone is going to build soon. And then maybe in the next conference, we'll see the Excel, whatever. We'll call it sheets, let's say. Frappe sheets. Or Frappe numbers, not sure. Yeah, that is also going to come. So yeah, this is in beta, I guess. I started it long back. Hmm. So, like currently, if I create without a name and access token, there is some error coming, but it's not showing up. Please set the document name. So we'll figure it out how there should be a toast or something on error that Sharik might have added. Correct. On success, this does this. We'll also give submit. Okay, we'll have to give three dot state. On success, we'll say not email account created successfully. Oh, we don't want to go back to the list view. We'll just clear this. Uh, it can be anything. I'm not sure why it's just getting. So we'll get the error and log it for now. Console.log e. This I'll just. Yeah, where was I? New lead sync stores. Yep, created successfully. And then if there is an error, we're logging the error. Let's see. Create, something happened. Uh, Validation error. Let's check the network tab. Yeah, please set the document name first. How do I get this message and show it as a toast? This is what I want. There might be something. So let's say toast. Let's check the code base itself. Toast.error. Yep, something like that. So there is error and that error dot messages of zero. Where is this? Fail to create. So please set the document name. Okay, this is what I wanted, and that's what I have got. And where is Sharik using this error dot? Error is a new ref. Yeah, error message. We can do toast or we can show the error message. Toast is fine, I guess, to start with. See, please set the document name. We will say FB. And yeah, let's take them to the list view. That is fine. Mid and what was this? Next step, update step. Okay. Source list. Let's see if we can create a new source. What is it? Frappe CRM add. Access token is not mandatory. Lead sync created successfully, but it didn't take us back. Some or the other issue. It did get created successfully. Oh, source is not set. Huh. Source needs to be mandatory. The type mandatory, not mandatory, but mandatory. Yeah. Yeah, I deleted. So delete works fine. Let's add a new source, give it a name. So this Facebook, right? I'll just see it in the view dev tools. That would be much better of what the state is holding before it sends it to the backend. State doesn't have an access token, doesn't have a name, doesn't have a type. Ah, I'm getting a call, but I will just drop a message for now. So selected source type is actually also the type here. So we can say state dot type equal to selected source type dot name. Correct? So now let's check the state. It has undefined to my surprise because it's a ref. So dot value dot name. What about now? State Facebook. Yep. So now if they try to create, it will still be document name. And then we'll say emit update step. Emit is imported. Emit should be global, so not an issue. We'll need create resource, but computed when we need, we'll get it. This we may not need now. Yep, just keep it clean. Failed to create email account, invalid credentials, no longer required for now. So log is also gone. So date step, that is, I think, sources page. Source page, something like that. Yeah, source list. Correct. Update step, source list. Let's refresh, try again. Settings, lead syncing, add a new source, my new source, create. It's not taking me back. Cannot read properties of undefined zero. No, it was successful. It was not an error. And this all is unrelated. For some reason, the emit is not working. Let's check email ad if we have missed something. Okay, to define emits, this was the missing piece. Now, if you say this, you will see autocomplete. Yep, that's what I wanted. Let's go and test again, refresh. Settings, lead syncing. Let's delete this. Let's add a new source. Let's give it a name. Let's try the error thing. Yep, I like it. New F3 campaign. Create. No, it's still not taking me back. Come on. Take me to the list view. Okay, maybe in the source page we missed something. At update step, this will call update step. And then that will just set the step dot value to this, source dot value to the data that came back. Huh. Just emitting, there is no data or anything like that. Hmm. Come on. Yeah, it has to go back to list view if it is working. Because I can see this toast appearing. So emit is also called, but emit is not being handled properly. That is the issue. So if we go to tools again and go back to this page, the step is new source. And then if I hit already exists now, let's say 2, create. See, it's not being updated. Huh, this should have been updated. So let's see if update step is being called. It's update step, right? Update step, correct. Hmm. Yeah, now it worked for some reason. Or did I come back? Not sure. FB test 4. No. Console. Update step is being called. But for some reason, console.log update step called with the new step, which will new step. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. FB test 5 create new source. Wait a minute. Source list. Huh, huh. Can anybody spot any bug? There is source list. So let's just fix this one as well while we are at it. Hmm. Just refresh. Settings, lead syncing, new back button. Yep, back button isn't working. So at click it should omit this. And then here it is listening to that emit and then calling update step. Should I restart the dev server for now? Sometimes there is some caching issue or module bundling issue that happens. Hopefully it is that, but if it is not, then we'll have to keep investigating. No, no, no. Edit source. See, the back button should have called the emit. Emit. Ah, what is happening here? Why is the emit not working? Hmm. This cannot be the issue. That's for sure. Yep. Something's not right. This is the button. The emit is not being emitted. That is the issue because the back button should have worked. And this back button is not working. Let's do one thing. Console.log. See, it's working. Nope. Emit has some issue. How do I even go about debugging this now? Because emit is not my code. Emit is Vue.js code. Emit not working Vue.js. Is there any obvious thing I'm missing? I'm not sure. Hmm. Yeah, we are like touching 54 minutes, so we don't have much time. We'll end it at 1. But I want just this to work for now. Come on. Come on, back button. Come on, work. Yeah, I am a hook. That's fine. I don't want your answer. Vue.j, Vue 3, emit not working. Some places it is working, some places it is not. So let's see. We are using the same type of code that is inside email accounts. Okay. If I do add email account, I click on Gmail, go back. It goes back. Come on now. Email add date step exactly the same thing. Email list. Hmm. Not sure what is happening. Because I copied a lot of things, right? Source list. This was source list. But that couldn't be the issue, but that's fine, we'll check. Settings, lead syncing, back. No, 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 not working. Nothing in JavaScript console as well. If you see, nothing. Nothing. Very confusing. I'm not sure what is happening. Hmm. Nope. As soon as the back button works, you're done for today. So if I click on new, right, if you will see, if I click on new source, okay, let's check that a minute. New source. Huh. Maybe this. But then how is that working? Oh, wait. No, this is email config. This is very confusing. Hmm. Because in new source, I have used uh, update step without the colon, right? So should we do the same? Because even I felt that this is something, maybe I'm missing somewhere. You see this update step, and then email add at update step. Okay, I was looking at the wrong place, wrong thing, I guess. In the templates, the convention is different. In the email accounts ka page, it's different. Okay, this is the issue. So we'll just uh, use, I think, the templates wala thing, probably. Ah, I should have known. I was guessing it was some view magic. Assuming. Now it will work definitely. Not horrible. Lead thinking, new, go back. No, still doesn't work. Oh, I am changing at the wrong place. What am I doing? What has happened to me? Update step. Yep, this. Yeah, see now it works. So the emit was correct, but not the right event. So if I say every source, whatever, create, it takes you to the list view. There is the source, enable, disable, whatever you want to do. Yep. Shift G. Create, create new source. Okay. So create is there, this is there, that is there. Uh, I'm not sure duplicate how it works. It takes you to this page only with nothing as such. New is working. Now only thing remain is this update piece. How does that work? Email template page. Edit email template. Okay. It has a header and then same form controls, lot of repetitions. I thought it might be some elegant way, but it's not. Cool then. That's it for this stream. Probably we'll do in the one in the evening. For now it is fine. Have a nice day.